Housing Outlook by James Graff. Waiting longer to get married. As we can see in this chart, both women and men are indeed waiting longer to get married, which also delays having children, which is, of course, what really drives many markets. Here we are. Children drive single-family living. 30 to 39-year-olds living in single-family homes. No children, 38%. At least one child, 80%. This is a good example of how children drive single-family purchases. If we Google search baby registry, basically the interest over time from 2004 till present is clearly on an upward slope, taking a short dip at the moment, but actually projected to climb higher. This is because they need more space and distance, and I think we all know why that is. Population growth in urban areas is declining precipitously, while as exurbs are growing fairly consistently. Young adults drive growth in home ownership. Clearly, people under 25 are the majority here, 25 to 29, and of course it diminishes greatly when you look at the 30 to 34-year-olds and on up. How often do they move within the next 12 years? Under 35, 4 times. Over 50, only once. They're not selling, they're not buying as much. Here's your Instagram for your favorite lender, which hopefully would be Advisors Mortgage Group. This favorite lender says, demand is now outpacing supply, suggesting strong support for home price appreciation into the future. Hashtag mortgage, hashtag real estate, hashtag your favorite lender. Here we're looking at record low inventory. Record low inventory as a percentage. The peak in 07 was 3.7 million. It is currently at 1.8 million for 19 and then year to date on this slide. Of course, we're looking at new numbers this year, I'm sure. COVID slows new construction, less inventory. Now we can see the random walk of the chart up until roughly January 2020, where it takes a precipitous drop and then begins climbing again. Here we're looking at price to rent ratio. Current price to rent ratio is 17. The price of the home is 17 times annual rent equivalent. For example, if we're renting $1,000 per month times 12 months equals $12,000 per year, $12,000 times 17 equals $194,000 home value. A $300,000 home should rent for roughly $1,500. The peak for this in 2006 was 24. We're far from that. Here we're looking at more equity. Actually, we're looking at loan to value here, I believe, and we're looking at more equity, 50%, upwards of 50% to 84%. Most people, when you go to a upside down on their mortgage above 100%, it is far less than 1% for each category, and probably less than 2% if you add them all up. The 120% to 124% looks less than 0.25% of the market. That was very different in years past. So we're looking at more equity, an excellent situation. Housing overview. 124 million households, 43.4 rented, 80.6 million owned. 34% of, or 27 million homes are owned free and clear. 66% or 53 million homes have a mortgage. The average loan to value on these is 53%. Average equity is $177,000 on average. appreciation forecast for 2020 and beyond on residential. This has been James Graff. You can reach me at 732-500-6883 or 732-500-MUTE, as in mute the audio to this video or mute my incoming phone call if anything I'm saying to you isn't worth your while. Please contact me. And I have to thank you, of course, for not muting thus far and for all your precious time you spent listening to me. And of course, as always, I wish you an absolutely wonderful day. Thanks again.